Now we're going to begin to look at some core features. We're going to start off with charts and indicators. So I'm in my paper money account. I'm connected to real-time data. This was in an earlier video, but those of you who have a paper or in your paper trading account, if you logged in that way and you don't see real-time data there, contact support and request it. They'll give it to you. They won't charge you anything for it. So charts and indicators is what we want to look at in this short video. So go to your charts tab here, and I'm going to pull up one I have for this. Nope, I don't have one for this. So what I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do, this is good to show you, I'm going to create me a chart and I'm going to save it. I'm just going to call this one Save a Grid. Yes, means chart. And I'm just going to call it YouTube. So that's the first thing you can do with the chart. You can, if you wanted to set up multiple charts, you could do that. Yeah, as many as you want. We're just going to use one for this video. So you want to select the ticker symbol. So you would type in, say, I want Google. We got Google there. That's how you pull up the stock that you're wanting to look at. Or if you want futures, you have to put the / in front of it, and let's say the NQ. It's the one I'm looking at all the time. And you get the futures here. So just remember, for futures, you got to put a / in front of the ticker symbol to get it. So we're going to, first thing we want to do is customize this. This is the default here. I don't like the default. We're going to customize this. So we're going to go to chart settings here. And because this is futures, I have some options. I don't like the volume subgraph. I'm getting rid of it. I look at cumulative delta for my volume stuff. And I don't want to see it. This is open interest right here, that line. I want to get rid of that. And because this is nighttime, I want to see in futures trade 23 hours a day, I want to see a shaded area showing me that it's nighttime. And also, these rollover, these contract lines, I don't want them either. They clutter things up, so I'm going to turn that off. This is what it looks like. Well, these are monthly lines. We're going to get rid of them in just a minute too. Now for stocks, let's go here. Let's put in a stock. We're going to go to equities. We're going to get rid of this volume subgraph. And we're going, because this is it's really not trading, but it does trade for an hour or so, a couple hours, two hours after market close. Stocks continue to trade. You can click the highlight extended trading hour session, and it will show you here in the nighttime. And so we're getting rid of the volume subgraph. Let's take a look at that. Now look down here. These are corporate actions, earnings, dividends, things like that. If you don't want them on there, they're easy enough to get rid of. I like them on there because I want to be aware of anything coming up, but you may not want them on there. So we're going to come here. We're going to untick corporate actions. We'll apply that. So another thing you do on settings is get this background and candles looking the way you want. And you click on the appearance tab, and first thing you see is the way the candles look now. I like my candles to be filled up. It's going to show it right there. And if you want something different like bars, you could do bars. Hike and ashy, you could do hike and ashy. Fill that up. You could do the line, area, equal volume, but the most common is the candle. So we're going to do the candle here. And down here, we're going to, if you want to change your volume bars, you can do that. Color as green for up and red for down. You can also, if you want to, but I got rid of the volume, so this doesn't really matter, but I'm just showing you where you can change it. The background, I like my background to be shiny black, so we're going to change that right there. And I don't want the grid lines, so we're going to get rid of that. And now this is what it looks like. We still got these monthly lines here. I don't want those either, so we're going to go back here. And we're going to go to time axis. And I don't want any lines at all. So I'm just going to get rid of all the lines. Expirations, year marking lines. We're going to get rid of all lines. I'm going to leave studies checked because if you don't have that checked, you're not going to see your moving averages and things like that. You can adjust time here. You can aggregate, tick time range. I'm going to show you a better and easier way to do that. So I'm not really going to go over this part here, but just know that you can do it here. You can set your time settings here as well. But there's a better way, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to apply that. So we now have a nice black shiny background. I want some space here. I want it off the edge. So we're going to go to time axis again, and we're going to expansion area. I'm going to put in 25 just to push it off the edge. And there, you notice the expansion area pushed it off the edge. And now you can go to price action, and you can have kind of an expansion area for that. So I'm going to exaggerate. Let's put 100 there. That's too big. Let's put 50 there. Oh, that's too big. How about 25? Is that too big? I never used this. I didn't know what the number was. And it could push down your price, but I don't use that because you can slightly move that, pop this open, get your finger, and you can move it all over the place with that. And that's how I prefer to locate things. All right. In general, you can have the high and low bubbles showing. You see that? Or you can turn them off if you don't want them. See, they turn off like that right here. Show last price bubble. You can turn that off if you don't want it. See? But I want it. And show symbol logo. You see, you can turn that off. You see the Apple logo right here. Apply that. That turns off. If you're bouncing around different things, it might be a good idea to leave that open. Now you could actually turn off the price from your charts. Why would you want to do that? Well, I do it all the time. Let's say you're looking at Apple price on one chart, but you want the indicators to be on another chart. So typically, let's put RSI right here. RSI is going to be down below normally, but we can do something different. Let's say I wanted that on a chart by itself, which I do. I regularly have RSI and cumulative delta on a chart by itself. Matter of fact, I got a recent video I put up of a custom RSI that I made. Go check it out, download it. I give it away for free, and you can find one on the cumulative delta. Neither one of these are found in the standard. I'm going to show you in a minute. Of course, your orders, you can show your orders on chart, which you may want to do if you're going to trade with this. Show your orders, and it will draw a line out showing your order and the price. You want to leave show studies and highlight studies on hover, and we'll get all that when we add some studies. And synchronize crosshairs. This is important right here if you're doing more than one chart. Let's say I'm doing Apple on a different time frame. Okay. Let's say this is the easy way. We're going to go ahead and get into time frame right here. Time frame. Let's say I'm trading intraday, and I'm just going to say bump it out. Say 5 days, and we're going to use the 30-minute. No, we used a 1 hour time frame for this one. Notice the gray areas. This shows us is nighttime trading. We can expand this, grab your arrow, expand that a little bit. So let's come over here and let's get a time here. Let's get a lower time frame here. So let's say I'm looking at this to get an overall idea of the general direction of the market, but I want to execute on the 5-minute chart. So we'll just go 2 days, 5 minutes. And obviously I typed that wrong. There. See, now My crosshairs are synchronized. I'm in the same place on this chart as I am on this chart. If I move it around, it's going to follow me on both charts. That's why if you're using multiple charts, you want to have your crosshairs synchronized. But we're going to go back to one chart, so I don't really need them, but I'm just going to leave it checked because it's not going to matter with one chart. So we're back here. All right, so that we've seen showing you how to change the time, various settings, custom time frame. Obviously, you can go to tick if you want. Enter in ticks. You got defaults, and you'll notice there is no 500 tick here. That's what I like to enter trades on. So I can just enter trades. I can enter ticks like that, and it will give me the ticks. And it also, from here, you have you can use range, and you would set ticks. Let's say NQ range, you want 25 ticks. You want to track 25 ticks. Or Apple, I mean, excuse me, I've got NQ on my mind. So every time this price moves 25 ticks, it prints a new bar. So that's what range is. So you can do all that. We're going to go back to times, most common. And let's just put it on 5 minutes for now. Now we want to go to indicators. So we're going to go here to indicators. And let's get a, notice you have a lot of indicators that come installed with this bad boy. And I have a lot of custom indicators on my other one. I don't have them on this one, but in the live account I do have custom indicators. But let's start with the most common, moving average. So let's see, AVG. There we go, moving average. Let's go with moving average exponential. And we can go in and adjust by clicking on this gear setting. We can adjust. Let's say we want a 20 length. And we can change the color here. 20 length is gold. We can have it show its bubble on the side here and show its title. We'll just leave it like that. I only like the price over here, so I'm going to get rid of that bubble. And we don't really need a title up here. I could care less what's up here. So, well, I guess it stays up there anyway. So I don't know what that title's for. I thought it was that in that status bar. So now we got rid of the moving average mark over here. You may want it. I don't like it. The less, the better. Let's say you wanted to add a second moving average. You could do that as well. Just type in EXP for exponential. And we'll make this a 50. And use purple. And we'll go ahead and do that. Let's say you wanted to quickly access it without going up here. You could just double click right on your moving average. It's going to pull it up. You can make your adjustments. Let's go here. Let's go back here. You can hide a moving average by simply ticking that little eyeball right there. And it hit it. Turn it back on. And there it is. You can also go into the settings. Don't show it. And go here. Going to turn it right back on. It's doing the same thing whether you go in or out. Okay, let's say this is something that you will use often. So say you want to use 20, 50 moving averages on just about everything you trade. So easy way to not have to do this each time, save it as a set. So we're going to save this set and we're going to call it, let's say, we'll call it the 20, 50 EXP, exponential moving average, and then you click OK. And now let's go in here and just remove everything, apply, and let's go back here and we'll go to sets, and we're going to add this selected, we're going to apply, and there you go. You don't have to do this every time if you'll save it as a set. Now let's say I add another moving average exponential, and you'll notice it automatically is 9. Let's say I wanted to use, let's say I wanted, anytime I'm adding a moving average, let's go ahead and take this off first. Let's remove these, remove these. Okay, let's say I wanted to add, when I typically add a moving average, I want it to be to 20. It's always going to be to 20. And it's always going to be yellow. So you could just save that as a default. Apply. And you'll notice we now have the yellow moving average there. Now watch what happens. I'll remove this. Apply. It's gone. Let's go back here. Whoops, that's the ribbon. That's not what I want. There you go. That's the default. Even though it's default, double click on it here. I can change it to whatever I want. Let's change it to a 10. Now another common indicator that's used is Fibonacci. You're not going to find Fibonacci up here at all. What you're going to find, Fibonacci, is going to be down here in these tools down here. And the Fibonacci is this one right here. You click it. And then you click where you want to start. It's always left to right. And there you go. Now you can right click on your Fibonacci and edit this and customize it. Let's say you don't like those colors and you want to change it, let's say, to a light blue. And we're going to do it to all. You can do one at a time if you want different colors, but we're just going to do it to all. And we're going to click OK. So now we have light blue. Let's say I wanted that to always be this way. We're going to save as default again. So let's remove this. We'll right click, remove drawing. And we're going to do it again. But you can always go in, right click, edit properties, and make changes. Change the style, change the line width. And you can even name it if you want to have a special name for this. You can do that as well. So that's where the Fibonacci is located. You have your move tools here. Move it around. Your arrow tool, great for stuff like this. And clicking on your indicators. Your Fibonacci. Text tool, you want to write something. Whoop. Plus and minus right here. Let's bring that back into view here. I messed up. Let's go with the text tool again. And write, this is my text. You write whatever you want, leave it on the chart. You can edit that. You can change that color. And among other things, you can edit, change the color, change the size, whatever. There's things you can edit with your text. So that's another common thing that you may want to use. To remove it, we got to remove drawing. All these are considered drawing tools. Get you a box. Oh, excuse me. Click one spot. You don't drag, you click. Come to where you want, up to where you want. We're going to call that the rejection point, resistance point. We got a little box there to mark that off. Get rid of it. We're going to remove that drawing. What's something else that's common? Trend lines. Very, very common. We want a trend line. Get the little line right there. Click one side. And come down here. And we'll click here. Or we can click here. Click here. As long as you have that tool selected, that's what's always going to be. Now let's say we want to run that trend line out. We can right click. And we can extend to the right. Or you can extend to the left if you want as well. So again, to remove these trend lines, remove the drawing, remove it. And what else we got here? If you just want a horizontal line, it's called a price line. It's got a $sign on it. Let's say you want to mark off this point of resistance right here. And you'll notice we're smack into it now. It might be a rejection point, or it could turn into support. We don't know, but you can edit this as well. You can, let's make that white. Let's make it a solid line. 1. And there we go. Now, if you wanted to remember what it is by a quick glance, go to Edit Properties. We'll call this resistance. And we're going to show this on the right. And we're going to click OK. And you notice it showed up right there. Let me see here. Of course, we got arrows. Put an arrow. Change the color of arrows. Right here, change the direction of the arrow. Let's make it that direction. And let's make it green. You see that. Again, to remove it. Remove drawing. And those are the more common ones. You can play with the others and explore them. Of course, in here, to go see what kind of sets you got set up, you just click your Sets button. And if you wanted to add, let's say I don't remember what this was. It's a long time ago, man. Let's just say I want to add that set to it. There's my Ichimoku right there. Pretty cool looking. I never use it. Something I was probably learning back in 2018, somewhere around there. All right. So there we have adding indicators. Now, let's go ahead and remove this indicator. Click Edit Study. No, we're not going to do that. We'll remove it altogether. And also got the RSI in that particular set. We'll remove that as well. Now let's say you wanted to buy a stock here. Well, you could do a couple things. You could click buy or sell up here. Anywhere up here, buy or sell. And you can buy with brackets and all that. We're not going to get into that advanced right now. But you click buy or sell. Or you can just right click right here. Buy and sell. Or you could go to your trade tab. I personally like the trade tab because you get lots of opportunities to edit that you won't get on the buy or sell. So I just go to the trade tab and I'll click right here. I want to buy with ask. I can change the amounts and all that kind of stuff, the limit that I want to get in. Whereas over here, if you buy and sell in here, oh, excuse me, I guess you can. It's been so long since I've traded on this platform, I forgot. I was thinking of something else. My bad. You can make the edits there. Same way right here. Buy, sell. Okay, this is the one. When you right click there on that, okay. When you go up here, you can make the edits. Here, there's nowhere to edit that. I knew that I knew that was the case. So just remember that. You're not going to be able to edit, the amount. Is going to go with whatever you got set in your defaults up here in your setup. Application settings. Oh, there we go. Order defaults. Whatever you have set up in your order defaults for futures, options, stocks, whatever. Whatever is in your order defaults there is what you get when you right click and you buy and sell here. Here, you get the opportunity to make edits. You can change the amount, dollar amount you want for your limit. And also your trade tab. You can do it there as well. We'll delete that. So there's a placing an order. Just a quick rundown. Now I'm thinking about making a more in-depth video later on orders, so we can get into limit orders, bracket orders, and all that kind of stuff. Now you could actually turn off the price from your charts. Why would you want to do that? Well, I do it all the time. Let's say you're looking at Apple price on one chart, but you want the indicators to be on another chart. So typically, let's put RSI right here. RSI is going to be down below normally, but we can do something different. Let's say I wanted that on a chart by itself, which I do. I regularly have RSI and cumulative delta on a chart by itself. Matter of fact, I got a recent video I put up of a custom RSI that I made Go check it out. Download it. I give it away for free. And you can find one on the Cumulative Delta. Neither one of these are found in the standard studies here. So neither one of them are found there, but I give them away for free on this channel. It's one of the things I do for you guys. So we got rid of the RSI here. So we're going to go here. We're going to type in Apple. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that volume here. Show volume subgraph. Alright. So we're going to add the RSI. And now watch what happens when I go undo. You got to go to settings, the gear icon. Uncheck show price subgraph. You're hiding the price now. You got the RSI here. Why would you want to do that? If you got one time that you're looking at price action, but you're looking at this on a different time, which I do. I'm typically looking at it on a lower time frame than what I'm seeing over here. Usually I have it actually like this. I have one on the time frame. And this time frame is, let's say we'll make this 30 minutes. And this time frame here we will make, let's say, 15 minutes. Intraday. Let's say 2 days, 15 minutes. So I'm looking at the RSI. It's going to make more oscillations on the 15 minute than will the 30. Might give me some indication when price is about to, like when it got down here, then I could say, well, I could be looking for the 3 candle reversal or whatever over here to get in. It's giving me a early heads up to what's happening over here. So that's why you might want to do that. Of course, if you do 2 or more grids, you can save that grid as something else, so you don't have to redo it every time. But for now, I just wanted to get a quick overview so you can get a quick up and go with your charts, knowing how to put on indicators, know how to use the drawing tools, know how to take off indicators, know how to customize your chart, things of that nature. So do me a favor, if this has helped you, how about subscribing? Leave a comment, tell me what other videos you would like for me to make. And of course, hit that like button, smash it. All right, you guys have a good day.